Hey, this is John Carlos, and I'm here with a review of the Marvel Legends Infinite Series action figure of Iron Man from Avengers Age of Ultron. Right out of the box I got a little issue, and that's at the left leg here. That leg joint's really loose. Hopefully if you get this, your leg isn't as loose as mine. But it does make it a bit problematic getting him to stand. Also, the actual leg joints, when they go all the way back, you have to really pivot them at the ankle at just the right spot, at least for my figure, to get him to stand in a good position. Maybe bend him at the knees a bit. Otherwise, he'll want to lean too far back, and then with this loose joint can also make him want to lean too far forward. But there is a good spot to find it. Anyway, the actual figure itself, the articulation, at this mid-rib cut's really strong. It gets you a little bit of forward and back motion, side to side, all around. It's like a ball joint. I love that. You got the ball hinge shoulders with the swiveling bicep, the double elbow joint. You've got the hinged wrist that swivels. It's a ball with a hinge in it. Same thing on this side. The head can pretty much turn side to side, but the actual up and down motion's pretty limited. Really loose joints, but it is a ball hinge with a swivel right there. Double knee joint. There is no like mid-calf cut or anything, but you do have the hinged feet, which do swivel at the bottom. Now, if this figure looks at all familiar to you, granted the Mark 42 and the Mark 43 are very similar with different paint schemes, and these action figures are no different. This is essentially the exact same figure, but featuring different paint. I can guarantee you that the sculpt of these is the same, but if you take a look at, they, and this is, accurate to the movie, but there's, original gold here. They just left it red. Basic red shoes. The actual suit in Avengers 2 features almost like a reversal of the red and gold. So they get away with it with this sculpt. You just repaint new elements to it. The thighs are very similar. There's just a little bit of a hint of more red on the side of the thigh, whereas here it's more gold. The torso is where you really start to see more red instead of gold. But the arms are the same. As far as the sculpt goes, there's just less gold on the side of them. You get the idea. Also, this one's shoulder joint is silver, whereas this one's red. But that doesn't really bother me because that is how it's kind of presented in the film. The actual paint of the gold and silver on this figure is pretty strong. I like the way they handled, the stomach elements, the arc reactor, the gold on the arms. The shoulder pieces look good. I think the face paint on his helmet looks great. It really does stay within the lines and look really good. His mouth line, his eyes look good. Here's a close-up of just his thighs. You can see the kind of paint chipping through a bit, but that happens with these Iron Man figures that I've seen for some reason. In previous figures, too, that are part of the Hasbro 6-inch line. But I do dig the paint on this. I especially like the leg paint. I don't know why. It's just kind of a dynamic little thing on the back there. Also, the little arc reactor on his hand, or the little repulsor, looks good. Comes with a couple of accessories. He comes with Thanos' left leg, because this is part of the Build-A-Figure wave of Thanos. So, there you go. He also comes with an alternative head. He doesn't come with much, but he does come with this, and this is pretty damn cool, because I like that the front faceplate is up in the up position. The actual likeness of Robert Downey Jr. is meh, but at least, he does have a little mustache and goatee, and they did kind of paint that right along the edge there, so kudos to that. So let's just pop his head off and see if this is done easily or not. That came off easily, and that went on easily, and I think it looks pretty damn cool. I'm actually a fan of this figure. I thought the suit in Iron Man 3 had too much gold, and I thought that this suit was a nice return to a good balance of red versus gold. Also, I really like this alternate head. They made a 6-inch Iron Man 2 figure, I think it was the Mark 6, that came with this alternate head. That was like the worst Robert Downey Jr. head ever. It was just like a head with sunglasses, looked nothing like him. I think this is a really good alternate head. I really like the fact that the mask is up in this permanent position. I think it looks great. It's a good fit. It kind of looks like him, especially on the shelf. I think this reads really well. I like this figure a lot. Thanks for watching.